Let's plan together my Merchant Alley photo shoot. So here I just have some stationeries from Dollar Tree. I'm a very visual learner, so my notes definitely have to catch my eye and be colorful. Also hence the colorful Sharpie pens that I found at Dollar Tree too. So the next stage is the brainstorming stage. This does happen for me on a separate notebook, but I just wanted you guys to have a visual of how my mind works when I am in planning mode. And the theme for this photo shoot is going to be wall art. And not many photo shoots start off with a problem, but this one did. So some of the problems I came across are that one, I'm not really familiar with the area. I have shot here and there. Two, I am not familiar with the wall art that I have shot at. Like I really just walk and find the art and take a picture in the moment. And later on I am struggling to figure out where I was where I shot the photograph. So the next problem is that I need to find new locations to shoot. So I definitely want to keep an eye out and try to find kind of more wall art where I could go and shoot. And with that is time to find each and every wall. I definitely know it's going to be a struggle, so I definitely have to find some fixes for that. That is my main concern for this shoot. For fixes, I thought A, walk by foot every area of Uptown and take a picture and write down the location where I am and where the wall art is located. My second and the one that I went with was trying Google Maps and trying to see if I can virtually walk Uptown. Well guys, that is it. This is what our brainstorming stage worksheet looks like. And like I mentioned before, the brainstorming stage definitely happens in a notebook for me, and this is a notebook that I found at Dollar Tree for $1, and it's where all my ideas and everything related to the shoot is going to go. So now we're in the planning stages, and I'm going to go ahead and make this into a checklist just so I can kill two birds with one stone. First, we're going to check Google Maps and see if my idea of virtually walking Uptown works. Next, we're going to pick which walls we're going to incorporate in the shoot, pick our outfits, and have functionality in mind. Next step is setting time aside for each individual action in these checklists. This does include all the steps of checking Google Maps, planning the shoot, choosing your outfits, choosing props, making sure you have your social media days in mind, etc., etc. Last but not least, you're going to make the photo shoot into a flow chart just so you can have a better idea of how your shoot is going to go. Again, this all happens for me in this notebook, and the way that I wrote the shoot out and everything is already in a flow chart kind of format. So now let's actually take our virtual walk through Uptown. So here I'm just going on to Google Maps. I am definitely going to change my view to satellite so I could actually see the buildings and everything. And you're just going to keep zooming until you zoom onto the street view. So here is my starting point. It's this little gathering garden kind of area. And this is the alleyway we're going to be looking at. So there is going to be a lot of zooming involved, but you can get a clear idea of how each mural actually looks before you even go and shoot. So in my idea book, I definitely did it in flowchart format, meaning that from my starting point, which wall I hit first, second, and third in my shoot. Next, you're going to hit this friendly wick shop wall art or mural. And I definitely feel like if you take a stool, you can definitely incorporate this in your picture. And I do add a little description and colors, etc. in the notes. So as we keep going down, we're going to hit this beef mural, which I feel like it's going to be a great incorporation for any spring or summer shoot. Again, sometimes you're not going to get that frontal angle that you really want, but just keep zooming and you get a great idea of how the wall actually looks. And this shoot was going to incorporate 5 walls, but I just ran out of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and mention it here. And it's just this mural on the side of the road. It's definitely different right now. They changed it up, so I try to get a updated picture for you guys. Well guys, that is it. That was our virtual walk. I feel it went very well and I have a better idea of how our shoot's going to go. So we have everything written down. We have gone through Google Maps. We have picked out which walls we're going to use. And again, I was going to use 5, but we only used 4. So under each wall, I have written which outfit I'm going to wear. And next, I'm going to use my agenda to set time aside for each individual task. And now we're at the make a flowchart schedule. I have already gone ahead and written it down in flowchart form, basically meaning from my starting point, the first wall I'm going to hit, the second and the third. Definitely have functionality in mind. Basically, if you're using a jacket in look A, maybe reuse it for look B so you don't have to be changing your complete look head to toe, because that does take time. But now you're ready to go with your brainstorming sheets, with your checklist, your idea book, and we're ready to get those selfies for Instagram.